Make this straight quickly, motherfucker. I just want to take a second to let it in. What's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday. What's good, man? It's your boy, the Wallstreet Trapper. Welcome, welcome, welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesdays. I want to say one thing right now, y'all. Welcome home. Welcome home. Welcome home. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, y'all. Like, I miss y'all. So let me get this clear. Let me make this clear right quick. Right quick. Let me make this clear. I left and went to Dubai right after the show, Tuesday. Right? So people was like, Trap, your energy, I saw it in the chat, Trap, your energy crazy. Trap, this epic. I was like, yo, they don't even understand the commitment that I'm making right here. They don't understand like how committed not only Trap is, but the team. George, Jose, today, Dave, Isaac. Isaac come back from Colombia without the brown shoes and he pissing the whole team off, but that's a whole nother story. But I left, I go to Dubai, right? Have an amazing time. Got back yesterday, and we back in here today. It's just one of them things. Like, at this point in my life, Trappin Tuesdays is a part of my routine. Right quick, can I tell y'all a story right quick? Can I tell y'all a story right quick? Like, if I can tell you a story right quick, say yes in the chat. If I can tell you a story right quick, like, say yes. Like, tell me the damn story, Trap. Y'all know I love to tell stories. Right? Y'all know I love to tell stories. So can I tell me the story? All right, can I get a say yes? All right, before I tell the story, you got to do this, man. You got to like and you got to subscribe to the channel. Right? Before I tell the story, you got to like and subscribe to the channel. So you got to like right now. Like. Right? I need the likes to catch up. Right? And then I need you to subscribe. I need you to do one more thing from before I tell the story. Right? So I'm going to keep it real. I'm going to say this. Right? So every Thursday at 5 o'clock, p.m. Eastern time, the audio comes out. Now, I know y'all love watching the visual, but listen, we won't take this thing global. So right now, we're in the top 50. But I need all my trappers to go to like, download, leave a review, and then share it with somebody you know. So I'm going to say it again. I need you to like it. Like, oh, that's that shit right here. I need you to download it. And then I need you to comment like, I got the keys, the keys, the keys. I got the keys, the keys, the keys. I need you to do that. Right? And then I need you to, like, share it with somebody. Now, here's why that got to work. So I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I won't go get Dave Ramsey. I'm going to just put it out there. I'm going to put it in the atmosphere. I won't go get Dave Ramsey. I want to have us as the trappers. I want the #1 audio up there to say Wall Street looks like us, not network. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Right? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. Feel me? So, can y'all do that for me? Can everybody do that for me? Because we doing something dope inside of what we doing is we taking the 2-hour episode, we pumping that out on Thursdays, and then on Saturday, we giving you another like 10 minutes. Then on Sunday, we giving you another 10 minutes. And then on Monday, look, we taking the brick. We're not breaking it down to dime, but we breaking it down to $25 slabs. All right? That's what we're doing. All right, so let me tell you a story. Right, story time with Trap. Let's get into that right quick. Right, before I get into my thing, before I get into my mode. Right, let me tell y'all a quick story right here. Right, so here's the thing. I had already went skydiving before. Right, I've already went skydiving before, and I'm excited. Like, yo, let's go. Right, let's go. Like, I want to go skydiving again, Dubai. I'm going to keep it real with y'all. So skydiving is about to be my hobby. I'm going to go get my license for that. Jose, I'm going to go get my license to skydive. All right, because I feel like how most people like to play golf, I feel like skydiving is just my thing. I feel like it's something that I can, like, accelerate in. Appreciate the Super Chat family. Appreciate everybody putting the Super Chats in. Thank y'all, thank y'all, thank y'all. Right, so I think skydiving is the most exhilarating thing you can ever do. Right, it's a rush like none other. Like, it's like none other. I can't even describe it. All right, so let me walk y'all through it, right? So I'm in a spot. I'm like, man, I got this. This is what it is. This is what I do. This is my second time. I got this. I got this. Right? So I'm the man like, come, put the thumb, like, hey man, I put the thing, put it on, man. He like, I'm like, I know all the thing, man. You put your legs right here, calm down, boom, jump out, banana. I know the whole routine, bro. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I know how to do this. Right? So, put stuff on. I say, hey, listen, I gotta go last. So I gotta go last so I can go first. Right? So I gotta be the last one on the plane so I can jump out the plane first. Because there's a different type of anxiety sitting on a plane watching everybody jump. Right? There's a different type of anxiety in that. Right? There's a different type of anxiety in that. Right? So I'm on a plane and the guy is sitting down. This is always my biggest issue. He always says, sit on my lap. Gee, that is always the issue for me. I'm a 40-year-old man. Right? Like we gotta switch this around. I don't feel comfortable sitting on your lap, my guy. That ain't my comfort zone. You right? So sitting on your lap ain't the thing for me. Right? So he says, well, the only other option is to sit between my legs. I'm like, all right. I'm going to go with the sit between your legs part. I was sitting on the bench. But after that, he has to pull me in close. This ain't aging too well with me. he pulls me in close. I said, damn, bro. Then he strapped me to him. I said, man, this the part I forgot about. This the part I forgot about. You feel me? So not only does he pull me in close, he now strapped me to him. And then he tightens the strap and he's on. We like hip to butt at this point. And I don't feel too comfortable with that, Jose. I don't feel too comfortable with that. Right? I'm not feeling, I'm keeping it real. I don't like this part. I don't like this part. You feel me? I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I don't like this part. You don't need to be pulling me close to you. And then he proceeds, watch this. He proceeds to tell me in my ear, are you okay? I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. Right? Like, he was like, are you okay? I'm like, bro, back up off me. Like, let's jump. You heard me? I'm like, hey, I gotta keep it real though. So I'm like, yo, let's hit it. You feel? Let's hit it. You heard me? So he said, listen. He said, on the count of 3, I said, listen, I want you to know what you're gonna do. On the count of 3, you're gonna say 2, you're gonna jump. Let's just go on 1. He said, you like that? I said, man, look, don't count the 3. You're gonna go 1, 2, slam me out. Let's just jump on 1. I said, but listen, I need you to do something for me. I don't want to jump. I want to flip out this bitch. Hey, I was feeling it. I said, listen, I don't want to jump. We got to flip. Like, we got to come out this thing in somersault. I said, you built for that? He said, you ain't saying nothing. So I'm thinking we're going to flip him like, all right, go 1, but he don't flip. He just jump out, right? I'm with it. This that gangster shit. Yeah. The rush is the most freeing thing I've ever felt in my life. There is nothing more free. But I'm going to tell y'all something. As confident as I was and as courageous as I was, when I got to the edge, I second-guessed it. So here's what I'm saying to you all. The moment when you second-guess it is the moment you got to go all in. So y'all missing that. See, this ain't just about skydiving right here. This about when you got the emotion. Right? When you got that emotion and you like, yep, I'm about to do this. I'm about to do that. Right? But what happens? I heard my brother Inky Johnson say this before. What happens when the emotion goes away and you still faced with that opportunity? What happens when the emotion, when you made the decision go away? What do you do in that moment? Right? Like, yep, I'm about to do this. Yep, I'm about to do this. Yep, I'm about to go get this. Yep, I'm about to build wealth. Yep, I'm about to lose weight. Yep, I'm about to work out. Yep, I'm about to go to that extra mile. Yep, I'm about to make that decision. Yep, I'm about to make what that is in January, what that thing is in January, the resolution. I'm about to make that. I'm about to change my family life. And then you get met with the opposition. Where you got to take the time. It's always a moment in life when you make a decision, you get met with a moment where you at the edge and you get the opportunity to freeze up and turn around or really go all in. What you do in that moment? What do you do in the moment when you look down and you see that you bit off more than you can chew? What do you do in the moment when you're looking down and I'm 14,000 feet from the ground? And I went through everything, though. I got up in the morning to get there. I got there. I took the 1-hour class. I got there. I weighed myself. I got there. I mentally psyched myself up. I got there. I put the air suit on. I put the harness on. I took the training with the guy. I walked on the doggone airplane. I sat. I went in the air. I'm talking to the man. So I done went through all the things. Now it's the moment. What happens when you get in the moment? In real life, do you sit on a plane or do you jump? Because freedom has a price. What is the cost of you sitting on the plane, never getting up? Some people will never, ever, ever feel freedom. You will never feel freedom because when it's time for you to jump, you say, I'm going to stay where it's comfortable at. What happens then? When the dude say, hey, look, when the dude say, hey, you got to sit on my lap. I say, nah, I'm going to sit, right here. That was a moment for me to turn around. I ain't jumping. But then when he put it on, he said, hey, when he strapped me closer, that was a moment for me to turn around. It is uncomfortable. I'm 40 years old. I'm a grown. This is uncomfortable. But I kept going. What's the next step? Every time adversity hit me, I doubled down on it. I punched back. Every time life punches me, I punch back. Some of y'all talk that gangster stuff, but when it's time to punch back, you curl up in the fetal position. Every time life punches on you, you curl up in the fetal position because you feel like you can't take it. It's too tough. It's too hard. So let's go deeper right here, y'all. We jump. Boom. I'm out the plane. I'm like, yeah. Yeah. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling good. I'm enjoying the moment. It's the most exhilarating thing I ever felt in my life. Again. I'm feeling the freedom. So many thoughts going through my head. But watch this. He hit the parachute. We fly up in the air. We flying in the air. He's like, how you feeling? I'm like, man, I love this thing, man. It's what I do. I love it. I want to do it again. Watch this. We gliding. And he does something I didn't think he was going to do. He pulls the parachute, and we free fall. He pulls the parachute, and we free fall. My heart jumped out my body because I wasn't prepared for that. My arrogance. See, my arrogance made me feel like I had that conquered. I had the audacity. I had the audacity to feel like I had done made it over the best part. And then my guy said, oh, you comfortable. You wanted to flip. Oh, you wanted to flip out. Oh, you got big nuts. Okay, bet. I got something for you. 20 seconds. 20 seconds. Straight down. Then he put the parachute out again. And he said, how you feel? And for about 15 seconds, I wanted to punch the piss out of him. But I realized something. He was still in control. I was just along for the ride. I was just along for the ride. So I want to ask you a question. What happens when you arrogant, when you feel like I got this? And you feel like you got over the hard part. And then life throw you a monkey wrench. And then the unexpected happen. What do you do? And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. In that moment, I didn't panic. I started praying. I'm going to keep it real. I didn't panic. I started praying. Because I ain't know what he was doing up there. I ain't know what he was doing. In my mind, we was gliding. And the next thing I know, we was free falling. What do you do in life when you feel like you've overcome the hard part? What do you do in life when you get so cocky and so arrogant? And then you start free falling. Because the thing you thought you was good at, the thing you thought you had under control, something else happened. What do you do in that moment? What do you do in the moment when you feel like I've been fighting? I've been scraping, I've been scuffling, I've been putting my all into it, and then I got the success I wanted. I overcome the hard part. I feel like I can take a break. I feel like I can relax because I'm good. And then you free fall. What do you do? I'm going to keep it real, y'all. I ain't panicked. I just started praying. I'm going to keep it real. I just started praying. Because I realized it was shit I could do. It wasn't nothing I could do at that point. Everything that I did that I had control of was gone. Everything that I had control of was gone. I couldn't even put my feet on solid ground. I just had to give it to the big homie. And so when he hit the parachute and said, "How you feel?" I wanted to punch the shit out of him. But I just took my breath in, bro. And the next thing came out of my mouth before I told him anything was, "Thank you, God. Thank you, God." And in that moment, everything in my life came full-fledged. Because the same way I'm giving this lesson to you right now, it was the same lesson I thought about as we got to the ground safe. And I turned around and I told the dude, "Thank you for that, bro." He said, "Oh, man." I said, "Nah. Thank you for that, bro." I said, because that was a lesson for me to never get too cocky in this thing called life. Because you only have control over so much. And what do you do in life when you no longer have control? What do you do? I want to talk about this word right quick called legacy. Legacy is such a profound word. Legacy. Just hearing that word makes me stop and ponder. Make me stop and think. So I'm going to ask you a question tonight as we get into this amazing Tuesday. Why do you want to create wealth? Let's go deeper. Why do you want to be wealthy? Why? Is it because of something you've seen? Is it because of a look? Is it because of what people told you they experienced? Why? Why? Is it because you feel like nobody ain't giving me nothing? Is it because you feel like it's a victim and you attaining wealth as revenge? Why do you want to create wealth? I need you to go big right here. I need you to go big. Because here's why I want you to go big. When you create wealth only about you, you only on the surface. I want you to understand that your belief systems are so deeply rooted. You got to want to create this thing called wealth for something bigger than you. You got to want to create wealth for your family. You got to want to create wealth to help change your community. You got to want to help create wealth so you can inspire somebody else. See, riches only allows you to do some things. It allows you to buy all the toys. It allows you to even experience all the experience. It even gives you joy. But after you've done all of that, it's a done deal. Now, I'm going to be real. Man, I ain't here to judge nobody. Because everybody has a different reason, a different perspective, a different aim, a different lens that we look at life through. But I want you to know that wealth takes effort. It takes sacrifice. It takes patience. It takes planning. But most importantly, it takes vision. Wealth turns into legacy. Legacy helps you reach new heights. And I want you to understand this thing right here. And I'm going to say this and we're going to transition. The pursuit of wealth, the pursuit of legacy is the prescription to a life of fulfillment. I'm going to say it again. Say it again. The pursuit of legacy is the prescription to a life of fulfillment. What's good, y'all, man? Welcome to another episode of Trappin Tuesday. For everybody new here, man, I want to tell you one thing and one thing for sure. Man, welcome home. Man, each and every Tuesday, man, a goal for myself, for my team. Our goal is to help you create and build legacy. Our goal is to help you build wealth one share at a time. And our goal is to help you become confident in all your investment decisions. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. So listen, man. We always start off with word on the street. You already know, right? Why we call it word on the street? Why? It's simply because the motivation, the music, the secrets, the word is always on the street first. And so the goal for word on the street is to break it down for us. So before we get into word on the street, man, I want you to like it. I want you to subscribe. And I want you to share this with somebody right quick, man. Let them know Trappin is bag. And it's another episode, man. So listen, man, word on the street, man. Listen, man, today and yesterday, the market went crazy. Hold on. Hey, the market went crazy. But listen. I'm going to say that for later. I want you to understand something. Don't get too excited. Now, I will say something. I'm going to keep it real. So I haven't been doing any of my leap options or anything right now. I really just been on chill. I've been doing a couple cover calls here and there, but I ain't really been doing nothing too crazy, man. But Friday, I had a couple things in mind, right? And we'll talk about it today, right? So September is normally always the worst month in the market, right? I want you to write that down on your notepad. Write that down, because I've said this numerous times. I've said this numerous years. I said it last year. I said it the year before. I said it the year before. And we looking at history. September is usually the worst month in the market. It's always, right? It's always the worst month, y'all. So I don't want you to get too excited about that. But I ain't gonna lie, what I did was I laid up there and I was like, all right, it is September. I took into account some things that was going on. I said, okay, like inflation rates going up. Still at 8.3%. The Fed is getting ahead of inflation, meaning the things they're doing now, you probably won't take them they won't come into effect until Q1, right? So I said, okay, cool. Earnings season is approaching. I want y'all to know right now, when earnings season approaches, we will be doing an extra day, like on a Tuesday, on a Wednesday or a Thursday or something like that. We're gonna be doing live earnings reports on this channel, so definitely check that out. You dig? But I did a call, and right now the call is up 52%. We actually made $18,000 on it. If you're in, make sure you sign up for the free webinar we're doing, Wire for Wealth. I'm going to show you that call I put in. I'll also show you how to beat the market. I have a portfolio that I started in the beginning of this bear market, and right now it is up 27%. Right now it is up 27%. Real talk. While the S&P is down minus 22%. So I'm going to actually show you how to beat the market, right? Strategic is going to be simple, but you definitely need to sign up for Wire for Wealth so you can get that play. So if you sign up for Wire for Wealth, definitely get that. We're going to drop that link in here, man. You definitely need to be a part of that. All right, so, man, let's talk about it, man. So the S&P went crazy today. Right? Some of the winners was Twitter and Royal Caribbean. Right now, here's the thing about Royal Caribbean. I don't like the cruise lines, and I've been saying this since the beginning of the pandemic. Why? Because too much is involved with being in the cruise industry. I feel like there's better places for us to put our money at. Right? It's too much debt, too much reconstructed debt, right? And it's a seasonal thing. Right? So I don't feel like being in the cruise lines is a great thing for us, but they did go crazy today. Dow Jones went crazy today, right? They went up today, but also the Nasdaq. Now the Nasdaq big tech has been taking a beating. I'm talking about it's been getting slaughtered. So it was a refresher, right? ASML holding is up 7.7%. In case you don't know about ASML Holdings, it is a great stock, yo. I'm gonna keep it real. I've never liked the cruise lines. Shout out to Tori, man. I see you, queen. Right? ASML is an amazing stock. It's actually in the chip industry. It is a beautiful business. Has a great management team. Has a huge moat. Amazing balance sheet. I wouldn't jump into it right now because I personally feel like we're going to go into a deep recession early next year because the Fed needs to see more jobs lost. I know that makes sense, don't make sense, but they need to see more jobs lost. Another stock that went crazy today is, I always say the stock wrong, Dave, how you say the stock? Mercado Libre. Yeah. Dave is a Latin American. So he says this beautifully. Mercado Libre. Ticker symbol M-E-L-I. That's how I know it. You heard me? M-E-L-I. Right? That's how I know it. But it actually means free market. This is like the Latino Amazon. The word actually means free market. I know that much. I just can never say it right. Mercado Libre. It's Mercado Libre. Say it again, Dave. Mercado Libre. Sheesh. All right. All right. Listen, but the stock was up 7.74% today, man. It is amazing stock, though. It's kind of, so it is, the stock is somewhere, it's kind of expensive. Not gonna lie, it is kind of expensive. But I always tell people this when it comes to investing in stocks. Don't look at the stock price, look at the value of the business. So once you can evaluate the business and once you understand what the business is worth, then you put the price next to it. Don't just say a stock is expensive because you're looking at the price, right? That's the worst thing. Okay, I need to say something right quick, right? Okay, we got 1K in the chat, man. Hey, where am I clapping at? Where am I goddamn clapping at? Let's clap it up for 1,000 people in the chat, man, right? So let me say this right quick, man. I know y'all hear me saying this, man, but listen, and I want to make this clear that I am not a financial advisor or fiduciary, right? I want to say that and I want to make that clear, right? Everything I say is for edutainment purposes only, man. You feel me, right? Know that you must do the proper research and investment before you put your money in any stock. If you can't do that, if you cannot do that, right, you must seek out a financial advisor or fiduciary. I know one by the name of Rashad Bilal. He can take you to glory. I can only take you to the trap house. All right, man, so that's part of the word on the street, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. So here, man, we're going to look at the heat check right quick, right? So the heat check tells us why the market is moving a certain way. Because one of the things that truly moves the market is the calls and the puts, right? So what we see today is we had 1,122,668 calls in full effect today. That means it was calling a day. That means it was kind of bullish today, right? We only had 791,933 puts. So that means you still had some people shorting, right? You still had some people shorting, right? You still had some people shorting, but you had a lot of people on some, we feeling real bullish. Now what happens is people are looking at what's going on in the market. They're looking at what the UK did. The UK decided that they were going to buy some long-term bonds to help their market stabilize because this is too much pressure with the United States increasing these rate hikes like this. Right? Just got on, you know what I'm saying? So what they did was we looking at this and we seemed like, all right, cool. So this is one of the reasons why you saw the market really green today. We had a lot of calls put in. So some people took their foot off the gas, right? And so we see that put the call ratio is at 0.96. Anything over 1 tells us that the market is bearish. Anything under 1 tells us that the market is bullish. Right? Let's go, man. How y'all feeling? All right, so here's the top 10 industries today. Everybody was just in green, from consumer discretionary, consumer staples, energy, financial, healthcare, materials, real estate, right? Information technology, communications, and utilities, man. Everybody was in green. 98% of the market today was green, y'all. 98% of the market today was green. All right? Let's go, man. How y'all feeling, man? Let me know, right? So let's just look at what happened in September, right? I want us to see, I like to tell us a story. I like to take us on a journey, right? Because it's not about me just getting up here, blabbering off at the mouth, trying to tell y'all I'm smart and all that. My goal is to paint the picture, right? Shout out to my team for the graphics, right? I give them the information. We get the information. We paint these beautiful graphics, man. These things be looking good, man. Right? Shout out to my team, man. All right, so let's look at the drought in September, right? And so these are truly the biggest companies on the market. And so now when we see why the market was deep red, we can see Apple was down 11%. Amazon was down 12%. Microsoft was down 11%. Meta, Facebook down 14%, Alphabet down 11.5%. These were the biggest companies on the market. Now, remember I told y'all something, man. I said if Apple gets under 140, if it touches that 135, 130, things gonna get crazy. It got down to 137. Ooh, it got down to 137. Hey, it got down to 137. And you can see because Apple makes up, so here's the thing, y'all. Apple makes up 7% of the S&P 500. So you got to think of it, there's 500 companies on the market. There's 500 companies on the market. One stock makes up 7% of that. That is huge. And then when you add Microsoft in it, so now Apple makes up 7%, Microsoft makes up 6.4%, so you got two companies that make up 13% of the S&P 500. When these two companies go down together, the market will fall. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? When these two companies together come down, the market will fall. Now, when you add Apple, Microsoft, and Amazon, when these three companies get together, now we're talking about pressure. Right? So when we're looking at, and mind you, I want to tell you something. Apple and Tesla are two of the most shorted stocks in the S&P 500. That's crazy to believe, right? Apple and Tesla are two of the most shorted stocks in the S&P 500. So what you need to understand is this. If they're two of the most shortest stocks on the S&P 500, the only way for them to still be going up is if the people that's buying are really buying. So that means a lot of people, I want to put this in perspective right quick. These are two of the most shortest stocks on the market. So if these stocks were still going up, that means more people were buying. That mean a lot of buyers were in there. That means a lot of buyers were in there for that not to fall. So when it fell down in September, that means you have more sellers and more shorters than buyers. Woo, we cooking right now, Jose. Golly, that's a clip. Golly, man. Let's go, man. How y'all feeling? All right, let's talk about it. I just want y'all to understand like what we went through in September. Right? This is what we went through in September. Now, think about it. The Dow Jones went down 7% in September. That was the worst drop in 1 month since 2002. The Dow Jones, the S&P was down 7% in September. That was the worst drop since 2008. The Nasdaq, down 8% in September alone. That is the worst drop since 2008. Listen, that means in 1 month, these companies were damn near like, what Marshall said, tiptoeing on marble floors. Man, that means these companies were like at the peak of a bear market in 1 month. So here's what happens. I saw a stat that said that 47% of new investors were selling stock in September. That means they not trapping. That means they not trapping. That means they ain't listening to Trappin Tuesday. That means they not in Trappers Anonymous. That means they not following the Wall Street Look Like Us now page. They not following the Wall Street Trapper YouTube. They not nowhere in the Trapper ecosystem. That is a problem, Jose. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. 49% of new investors sold their stocks in September. That's not good, man. That's not good. So the one thing I don't want you to do is this, right? And so this is why I preach this all the time to y'all, man. Like, when you do the research on the business, you find a reason to buy it. When you don't do the research on the business, you have every reason to sell it. I think they let that go over their head. I think they let that go over their head. When you do the research on the business, you have reasons to buy it. When you don't do the research on a business, you'll find a million reasons to sell it. Man, they ain't hear me, man. Let's go, man. Woo-hoo. I'm on it, yo. I'm telling y'all, this is the Fab Five. Hey, I want to ask y'all a question. Did the Fab Five flop in September? Did the Fab Five flop in September? Like, I'm not, like, Tesla was, like, we're going to talk about Elon a little later. Like, I personally believe that the dude is a genius and we are watching either a madman or the most brilliant man of our era, right? we're either watching a madman or we're either watching the most brilliant man of our era, right? So it's on you to make that decision, right? Did the Fab Five flop, y'all? Right? So listen, Apple down 10%, right? This is September, right? Apple down 10%, Alphabet down 10%, Microsoft down 9%, Amazon down 9%, Tesla down 2%. Did the Fab Five flop? Right? Now, here's the thing, y'all. Like, I'm not going to lie. So earnings calls just came off of Tesla, and they missed. They missed. But what I will say is this. Is it that they're flopping because of bad metrics, or are they flopping because investors are scared? Right? So we got to just figure that out. All right, let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. All right, so remember I told you that I made a decision Friday. Listen, I was in Dubai. So here's the dope. This is what I love about the market, y'all. This is what I love about the market. I was in Dubai. I was up 2 o'clock in the morning Dubai time, 8 hours in front of y'all. I'm still watching the market every day. I didn't miss a day. I didn't miss a day. I didn't miss a day. So Friday, I saw what was going on, and this is my first. So here's the thing about me, y'all. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. Like, I don't mind sitting on the sideline. Because watch this. Jose, this is a clip right here. Check this out. When you're on the sideline, not being in the market is actually making money because I'm not losing money. So when I was on the sideline, like with my option strategies, right, I was like, okay, I'm not in the market right now. I'm going to be on the sideline. It's okay to be on the sideline because on the sideline, I'm not losing money as long as I'm paying attention to the market. As long as every week I'm putting money in my account, I'm actively loading my clip. I'm actively putting myself in position to execute. I'm not on the sideline with my feet folded up and my feet tied on saying, I'm like somebody playing double dutch. I'm like this, yo. I'm like this. I'm like somebody playing double dutch. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm ready. So it's okay to be on the sideline if you're actively watching the game, if you're actively loading the clip, if you're actively looking for opportunities to take advantage of. It's okay to be on the sideline. Right? I'm not on the sideline like I'm going to wait till the bear market over because I understand we make more money in a drought. Right? So I'm not on the sideline not doing nothing. I'm on the sideline actively waiting to participate. I'm like a shark. I'm waiting for the moment to strike. Watch this right quick. Watch this. Give me a second. Jose, hand me one of my phones right quick, bro. I'm live, y'all. I can pull this off right quick. Let me see which one that is. Give me the other one. Watch this. I'm going to just keep it real with y'all. Right? I'm going to just keep it 100 with y'all. Like, we ain't going to, this a lie. This is how we get down, y'all. So, let me see something right quick. Let me show y'all something right quick. I'm gonna just get somebody to call it out right quick so y'all can see I ain't playing. Like, I'm not gonna lie and be like, every day I'm doing. No, I'm on the sideline actively waiting for an opportunity for me to get in. Let me see something. I put the new, hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Watch this, y'all. I want to prove a point. See if I remember it. I think that's it. We in there. All right. George, come here right quick. Come behind the camera right quick. Let me see something. All right. Let me see something right quick. Come see it right quick. We're going to say something actively on the TV right quick. That's George, y'all. All right. So we're going to see something right quick. Right here. What does that say, today's game?
19,724.
19 what?
$19,724.50.
What percent that say?
46.66%.
Thank you very much. Hold it to the side. Y'all holler at my dog George right quick here. Now, check this out. Here's what we did. It was $19,466. We're up 46% in 2 days. Now, here's why I said that. I actively just sat on the sidelines and I put the data in position. Here's what the data says. The data says that September is the worst month always. But the data also says that October, we get an average of a 12% bounce. So let's look at the numbers, right? 1974, market down 12%, we got a 16% bounce. 1986, market down 9%, we got a 6% bounce. 2001, market was down 8%, we got a 2% bounce. 2002, market down 11%, we got a 9% bounce. Right? 2008, market was down 9%, it went down 17%. But 2011, the market was down 7%, we got 11% bounce. On average, when Septembers are harsh, the market gives us, in October, a nice bounce. It usually gives us a nice bounce. So what did I do? I said, okay, if we typically get a bounce back in October, right? If we typically so what I did was I said, okay, I added on to them my long-term positions, so I don't want to make a move here. Fundamentally, where can I make an option play that fits one of my strategies? Where can I, not in my long-term plays, because I'm always looking for discounts, but where can, in my option strategy, between my cover calls and my leaps, where can I make a play that can make me some money? I'm talking about actively sitting on the side until you see an opportunity that you can take full advantage of. Now, here's the dope part about it. Nobody can ever predict the market. Nobody can ever predict the market. All my decisions are based on data. Every decision I make is based on data. So I say, okay, I see this right here. Let me put a short-term play in effect right here. I'm going to squeeze this short. I'm not going to go long. I'm going to squeeze this short. Why? Because the data says that October is a great month. I'm going to buy me a little cushion, so I'm going to push it out for about 5 or 6 months, but I really want to get out of it in 30 days. I really want to get out of it somewhere in October. I'm not saying I'm a genius or none of that. I'm just saying I let the data tell me what was going to happen. I based my decision on the data. I found something that was fundamentally sound that I like already, that I already felt was pretty solid, and I said, I'm going to do an option play on this call right here. This the one right here. And in 2 days, we made $19,000 off of it. The great part about it was I did that in Dubai. I was 8 hours ahead of the people. So what I'm saying to you is this: the most beautiful thing about the stock market is when you come here, you learn the information from whoever you learn the information from. Make sure you take the information and you apply it. Because once you learn this game, you can do it anywhere in the world. Let's go, man. Ooh, we is trapped in. You feel me? All right, so check it out. The central banks are the most important thing that's moving right now. Everywhere in the economy, we need to be paying attention to the central banks, right? So the UK has boosted rates by 50 basis points, right? Norway has boosted rates by 50 basis points. Indonesia has boosted rates by 50 points. Switzerland has raised rates by 75 basis points. Japan is unchanged. Turkey cut rates by 100 basis points. So this is what inflation is doing around the world. Right? It's causing people to increase rates. This is what inflation is. In the US right now, inflation is 8.3%. My brother, I love you back, Ian. I wish I had a crystal ball, boy. A crystal ball and a triple beam. Oh, Trappin Pandas. Trappin Pandas. Right? The UK, 9.9%. That's inflation. Right? Let's talk about Canada and China. Or Japan. No, Russia. I'm sorry, Russia. Right? So here's the thing, y'all. The Bank of England took emergency action to stabilize the UK markets, right? It wants to cut off, like the UK is taking a whooping. So I talked about this in the last couple episodes, man. Because the United States is increasing rates so much and so rapidly, it is putting pressure on every other country. Why? Because the world moves when what? Import, export. That's the game changer. All right, so let's make that clear how that works. George, you Canada. Jose, you Japan. Tootie, China. I'm the US, right? George, you want to come hustle over here? I want to put something over there? What's the tax? Right? What's the tariff or what's the draft? Right? Once we understand what that move is, so now when the US increased the rate, that means your dollar done lost value, my dollar done increased in value. So because my dollar increased in value and we trading off my dollar, it's going to take way more of your money. Ooh. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Okay, let's run it back. Boom. George, you Canada. Jose, you China. Tootie, you Japan. I'm the US. It is stated in fact that my dollar is the reserve currency, which means that my dollar is big dog. Right? My dollar is big dog, except for Europe. Europe don't rock with it because Europe dollar is the most powerful. That pound is something serious. That pound is something serious. Right? So here's what they say. The reserve currency of the world, though, is the US dollar. Right? So here's how it goes. Tootie, you want to hustle over here. Jose, you got something I want to hustle over there. George, I want to hustle. We gonna barter goods and services, but we gonna use money. Import and export, right? Boom. China is a huge export, right? US is, everybody got something they good at. China's good at manufacturing and agriculture. That's their thing. Right? That's why a lot of countries in America go to China to create stuff. Now they going to India. Right? Because they don't want no part of that. Right? So we going to China. Boom, 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 boom. We going to China. George, you want to give me something? I want to get something over there. But check it. Because I keep raising the rates up, my dollar done got super strong. But because my dollar got strong, your dollar now got weak. And so now for us to import and export, what happens is because my dollar's so strong and because my dollar is big dog, it's going to cost you more of your little dollar. So now what happens is, because it's costing you more, now it's putting more pressure on your economy. Cobra clutch. Squeezing. Now the thing about it is America said they got to get the inflation. Now look at this. The inflation is 8.3. America said they're going to squeeze it till it get down to 2.5. That's heavy pressure. I need you to understand why everything going how it's going right now. In order for us to be a great investor, we got to learn how the world moving. I don't want you to be an economist, but I need you to learn basic economics. I need you to learn basic economics. Big bank take little bank. It's simple. Now, the pressure is in UK because, again, America increasing heights, it does something, like this is just not a one country thing. Like when one person does something, it affects everybody. This is why when, everybody remember Lemen Brothers. Everybody remember Lemen Brothers. 2007, 2008 crisis. You know why the entire world went into a global recession because of that? Because everybody in the world was attached to those bad loans. Everybody in the world was attached to those subprime loans. Everybody. Why? Because, check it out, if I'm putting out mortgages, right, it's called mortgage-backed securities, right? If I'm putting out mortgages, guess what? Jose, you over there in London? Hey, check this out. I got some bonds. They grade A bonds. You want to get some of these? Yeah. Why? Because everybody in the world does what? Buy bonds from everybody. China right now, we talked about this before. China owns almost $1 trillion in what? U.S. bonds. What you got? The mortgage-backed securities? They're for the low? What grade they is? They're grade A mortgage-backed securities. Okay, let me get some. How much you want? I want $300 million. Bet. Sold. Today, how much you want? I want $400 million. Sold. George, how much you want? I want $300 million. Sold. Guess what? The bond market collapsed. Wait, what? My money gone. What that did? Pressure. Yo, that's it. Cut the episode off. Yo. Everybody debt rate, everybody got debt now. Everybody debt through the roof now. You know why? Because every time somebody sees something that's sweet, that's what we all go do. I'm all in. When you see it sweet, because them mortgage-backed securities they were putting out, they were sweet. They were sweet. So everybody was doubling and tripling down on them. And then when they collapsed, guess what happened? Listen, one of the dudes said this. He said, bruh, and this is me just breaking it down. He said, bro, there's no way in the world America is going to let you collapse. They told the dude to Lemen Brothers. He said, bro, the dude, I ain't going to say his name because his name is crazy. I don't want to say his name, right? His name is, I would not say that out of my mouth, right? Look, the dude said, hey, there is no way in the world America will let you default on those bonds. He said, if America lets you default on these bonds, it will bring down the world. He said, there's no way they're going to let that happen. He said, there's no way they're going to let that happen. But here's the thing. You ever been in a situation? Rocco said this in one of them songs. I love it. One of my favorite songs of all of time where is Keep the Squares Out Your Circle. Rocco said this. Sometimes you got to cut off your finger to save your hand. He said, sometimes you got to cut off your finger to save your hand, and that's what America did. Yeah, I can't say his name. But we will say this. He walked away with $438 million and no charges. While people was homeless, people was out of jobs, people committed suicide. He walked away with $458 million. Let's talk about that. Let's go, man. I'm here for it tonight. I'm here for it tonight. I'm here for it tonight. So this is what inflation looks like around the world, man. Inflation in the United States is 8.3%, man. That's a 40-year high. I mean, it hasn't been like that since the Reagan era. Since 82. It hasn't been like that since the Reagan era. Let's take that in. What happened in the Reagan era? 1 million people took off welfare. 500,000 people took off food stamps. Another 1 million people lost jobs. Another 500,000 people got put out of community colleges. And child care for kids, 500,000 people, kids got put out of the first Head Start programs under the Reagan era, 1982, the year I was born. One of the most harsh economic winters we ever had. 16 million tons, 65 tons of cocaine entered the United States of America in 85. So Germany, 7.4%, 41-year high. Russia, 16.7%, 7-year high. South Korea at a 13-year high. UK, 30-year high. Ukraine, 5-year high. China, 2-year high. Japan, 6-year high. Italy, 31-year high. India, 8-year high. Indonesia, 4-year high. Brazil, 19-year high. Turkey, 20-year high. And the Philippines is at a 3.6-year high. Let me tell y'all how we got here. Let me tell you how we got here. In the pandemic, the market should have crashed. The market didn't crash. What did they do? They doubled down on printing money. And when they doubled down, when they kept putting that money out there, you inflated the system. This has to happen, y'all. So just prepare for a bumpy ride. Let's go, man. All right, here's some information for y'all. You know, I like to bring things in perspective, right? I like to put things in perspective, right? Inside of the American household right now, the pressure is being felt. There's a $16.5 trillion debt in the U.S. American household. Mind you, America right now is a $31 trillion debt, right? $16.15 trillion of debt is in the American household. $11.4 trillion of that debt comes under mortgages. $1.6 trillion of that debt comes from student loans, and $890 billion of that debt comes from the credit card, this credit card balance. But watch this next slide, y'all. Watch this. This is the employee state of mind in America right now. 62% of Americans say they are stressed about finances right now. 62% of Americans are stressed about finances right now. 80% of Americans are concerned about inflation. Why? Why? Because 95% of Americans, their money goes to what? Food and house. Food in the house. Your money is getting ate up by food and house. And guess what the third thing is? Gas. So if 95% of Americans their money is getting ate up on food, house, and gas, that means there is little to no money left over in America. So now we see 62% of Americans are worried about their finances, 80% of Americans are worried about inflation, and 71% of Americans feel the cost of living is outpacing their current salary. Let's let that sink in. Here's what's happening. The more America raise rates and the more your salary is not coming up, it make you want to go sell dope. This is why the crime is going up, bro. Just keeping it real. This is why crime is at an all-time high. This is why people looking like they're on Call of Duty right now. This is why people looking like they're on Grand Theft Auto right now. People are struggling to survive in America right now. But here's the thing that I want you to realize, and I said this, and I'm going to say it again. When you spend your money right now, if it ain't a necessity, it better be on you becoming the asset. I always say it's 3 things to spend your money on: information, access, and assets. You get the information, you get the access so you can become the asset. Because once you become the asset, nobody can take that from you. Once you become the asset, nobody can take that from you. You can lose the Louis belt. The car can be repoed. The house can go into foreclosure. You can lose the job, lack of work. All those things you can lose. But when you acquire a skill set, can't nobody do nothing to you. I'm going to take this moment, bro. I'm not even going to lie, bro. I'm going to shout out everybody I know, man. I'm going to just keep it real right now. This how much love I got. This how loyal and this how just thorough I am, yo. First, shout out to myself at the Wallstreet Trappin. Man, I want to shout out my fam, him 500. He teaching entrepreneurs the game. Shout out my fam, Neil Davis, teaching people the game. Trucking, Alex. Shout out to my brother Hood Estates, Pocky from Hood Estates. They teaching people the game. Shout out to EYL. They putting people on. Shout out to Ian. He teaching people. Like, shout out to that. Because these numbers that I'm putting out, this real talk right here. This ain't no, I made this up out my head. No, this research, this facts. And if you don't acquire a skill, if you don't learn, I'm not telling you quit the job to go be an entrepreneur. Nope, I ain't telling you that. But what I am telling you is this. You don't have to be an entrepreneur to build wealth. You just got to learn how to invest, and you got to learn how to use that job to go create some more money. Because if you don't do that, there is no such thing as job security. And I'm about to talk to you a little deeper right here. I want you to be cool right now with telling people, let me see, this it?
And I'm like, come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. I see you shine.
You feel me? I want you to be comfortable right now telling people this.
Come on, I'm broke, baby. I ain't got no money. Bullshit. And I'm gonna keep.
You feel me? I want y'all to understand this, man. If you come out on the other side of this, let me rephrase that. You should come out on the other side of this 10 times better and 10 times wealthier. The best time to learn how to invest in the stock market is right now. The best time to learn how to acquire a skill set is right now. The best time to become a person of value is right now. Because when the market start running green, everybody and their mama gonna come out teaching stocks. Everybody and their mama gonna come out teaching how to trade. You know why? Because you could throw a ball in the air and it's gonna run. I don't see too many people teaching about stocks right now, especially not fundamental investing. Because this the hard part. It's the hard part. This the hard part. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe, make sure you leave a comment. Man, we turning it up right now, right? You feel me? All right, man. So listen, man, the reason why I bring this up, man, because this was important. So Nike beat earnings last week and revenue, right? But the biggest story is, what caused the stock to fall by 11%? Right? What caused the stock to fall by 11%? Right? Here's what happened. Nike also reported that they had too much inventory. They said they had too much inventory. Now, the Nike inventory grew by 65% year over year, and it grew by 44% last quarter alone. What happens? Too much inventory. Now, Trap, having too much inventory is never a bad thing. Wrong. Wrong. In this game, it is. Watch this next slide. Watch this next slide so you can see it. Because Nike has so much inventory, now they got to get off the old inventory to prepare for the new inventory. And now they got to sell the old inventory at a discount price. So who benefits from that? Who benefits from Nike? TJ Maxx, Marshalls. You know why? Because these companies go buy excessive inventory for other companies at super discount prices. The TJ Maxx, the Marshalls, these are the companies that go to Nike, they go to Polo, they go to all of these other companies, and what they do is they say, hey, that extra inventory that you got to sell, yep, I'm going to buy from you for less than half the price. Less than half the price. And you know what Nike going to do? Man, we got to sell it to them. Because we got to make something back off it. And what Marshalls and them going to do is, this how they get extremely great profits. So listen, Nike takes its biggest hit, right? Discount companies, man. That's what your Marshalls, that's what your TJ Maxx is for. That's what they do. They go to Nikes and they go to Marshalls, they go to Nike, Adidas, everybody. Hey, what's up? Give me all that stuff you got left over. Give me all that. Give me all that. So you got to think about it. Nike was up 3.7% today, but check it out. They fell 11% one day last week, and they were already down 40%. Got a long way to go. Got a long way to go. We just talking, man. We just chatting right now, man. You know what I'm saying? We just chatting right now, man. Let's go, man. How we feeling? All right, man. So now I want to take y'all on a journey, right? So we talked about Apple being down 10%. Right? We talked about Apple being down 10% in September. But here's one of the things I want to do, man. I want to show y'all something. Like, I want to take y'all down the Apple supply chain. Can I take y'all on the Apple supply chain for a second? Like, I like to give game. I like to teach right here, man. Trappin Tuesdays, man, we own the Tuesday, man. You know what I'm saying? We all about teaching. Teaching. If you want to learn this game, you want to really play this game, we want to teach. All right? So let's go down the Apple supply chain, right? So we already talked about this, man, right? We talked about Apple's worst month since 2020 was what? Last month, right? So let's go down supply chain. So Cirrus Logic, right, has 80% exposure to Apple, meaning Apple makes up 80% of their revenue. When Apple fall, they fall. Skyward Solution. Right? Apple makes up 60% of their revenue. Right? QRVO, Apple makes up 40% of their revenue. Right? So they are at high risk. When Apple not doing good, they are probably not going to do good. Right? Apple makes up this much of that, right? Right? So let's go to the next one, right? Let's go down. I want to go down the supply chain with y'all so y'all can see. Right? Qualcomm Apple makes up 20% of their supply, of their income. Right? Broadcom, Apple makes up 20% of their income. Right? COHR, Apple makes up 15% of their revenue. And then Light, Apple makes up 15% of their revenue. So now these are the medium exposed companies. The first set of companies were the high exposed companies. Right? This is the medium exposed companies, right? So these companies right here, you know, Apple makes up anywhere between the 20 to 15% of their portfolio, of their income or revenue, right? And let's go to the last slide, man. And these companies right here, Apple only makes up a small percentage of their portfolio. We got Texas Instruments, it's 10%. ADI, which is Analog Devices, Apple makes up 10%. And then NXP Semiconductors, Apple makes up 10%. So these are in your small ranges, right? So now you got to remember, right? We got to remember that Apple makes up 7% of the S&P 500. It is the biggest company by market cap in the S&P 500. So because of that, what happens is when Apple falls, you're going to see the S&P take a huge hit. Now, when Apple fall, these companies fall. When Apple does well, these companies do well. That was a way for me to take y'all down that Apple supply chain right quick, man. Hey, we trapping. Where was you going to get this type of information from? Huh? Where else other than Trappin Tuesdays will you get this type of information from? God damn it, man. Don't play with me, man. Shit, man. Tell Dave Ramsey we coming for that #1 spot, man. Let's go, man. Let's talk about something right quick, man. Right? So, man, Cathie Woods was on TV today, man, and I don't really have nothing against Cathie. You know what I'm saying? She be doing her thing when she do her thing, right? But Cathie Woods purchased 100,000 shares of Tesla, right? Those 100,000 shares of Tesla cost her about $32 million, right? About $32 million. But she said something today that was kind of like prominent. So she says that Microsoft and Zoom are what's called enterprise communications, right? Enterprise communications, she said they're not a stay-at-home stop, right? She's saying it's not a stay-at-home. She's saying that Apple and Microsoft and Zoom are the next level of communication. So when you're talking about what that is, Google have, Microsoft has, Microsoft Teams. That's what Microsoft have, Teams? What that thing is? What it is Microsoft have? Teams? It's something you can go in. So they have the Teams and then the Zoom. It's the way that you communicate now from, via the board, at home. But Cathie is saying this is the new wave. She's saying this is the new wave. This is not a work from home environment, right? She's saying this is the new way to communicate. She's saying this is how executives, even when you come in office, this is the way that you're going to work. So she's saying she believes in it. Now I personally bought Zoom at 64. I got out of it at 248 because they had some issues, but I saw that Microsoft said that they were doubling down on Teams. And then you got Facebook. They have what they doing with Meta with the Verizon worlds and all that. I'm like, man, I don't think that they got a chance. But Cathie believes in it. And I'm not mad at Cathie. She also said something, man, that was real dope. She said that she invests in companies that have great growth opportunities, and she has a 5-year time horizon. Now, that's dope because I need you to understand something. When you're investing in a business, what is your time horizon? What is your time horizon? We talked about this before, man. Like, we talked about not planting the seed and eating it tomorrow. Like, what is your time horizon for that investment? So, definitely, man, let's go, man. How we feeling, man? All right, y'all, so here's a little pressure, though. Right? Now, I'm not going to lie. There's some pressure. There's some pressure. Or maybe it's not. Right? So, we all know about Riviann. Right? We already know about Riviann. So Riviann reported last week, and the stock went crazy. The stock went crazy. Now, here's the thing. Riviann came out in the beginning of the year, and they said, we're going to produce 25,000 cars in 2022. That's what we're going to produce. Now, check this out. Q1, they produced 2,553 cars. Q2, they produced 4,401 cars. Q3, they produced 7,363 cars, which means they doubling it every quarter. Right? They getting to it. Now, in order for them to hit their goal in Q4, they got to produce 10,683 cars to hit that quota. I think they might get hit it. I think they might get hit it. So the numbers is numbering, right? 2, 4, 7. 2, 4, 7, 10. 2, 4, 7, 10. If they don't hit it, I think they might hit it, miss it by a little. But here's the pressure. Because Tesla missed earnings and revenue last quarter. But they hit their production numbers. But they hit earnings and revenue. So, this is something to see. Now, of course, Tesla is above all these other companies by light years, but this is something to see. The difference, though, is, I will say, is Rivian produces cars. Most of their stuff goes to, like, big companies. So, like, while Tesla is hitting the everyday person, like, Rivian went another way. I'm not mad at them, but they went another route. Remember, Amazon just bought 100,000 of them, right? They just partnered with other companies. So they went another route, and I'm not mad at them. They went with a dump truck company. They went with a garbage truck company, and now they with Amazon as well. So they went another route, so they may be able to pull it off. I'm not mad at them, dude. Let's rock, man. How y'all? I like that. I like that. I like pressure. Like, I love the competition. I'm going to keep it real, Jose. I love the competition make me get in my bag. Right? The competition make me get in my bag. Like, it make me like, that. I like a good mix. I like a good sidestep hit. Ooh, that was a good one. I like that. Hey, one day I remember me and cuz, let me tell you a story right quick, right? Quick story. One time me and my cuz, so my cuz G, the one right here, right? Like he 40, how old is cuz? Cuz 49. Like he not in bad shape. I had to get him to leave them black and miles alone though, right? So about 5 years ago, every time I see cuz, so when I was a kid, me and cuz used to tussle. But I was the bad kid that he really don't want, like, fight me, but sometimes he ain't had no choice. Because I wouldn't stop, right? So sometimes he ain't had no choice but to, like, two-piece me. Move. You feel me? So when I got a little old, like, when I come off from prison, like, I was in this shit. I wanted number smoke from him. Because at this time, we the same height, he probably an inch, a half an inch taller than me. We in the same weight class, and I could hold my own. Right? So, cuz been in the war, cuz been in the army, cuz has a military state of mind. So he got infrastructure. Right? He got infrastructure. He got infrastructure. Right? I'm freestyling over here. All right? So check this out. One day, we at cuz mom's house, right? We start wrestling. I said, ooh, I got him. That's what I've been waiting on, right? And then I have been in UFC. And you know that I'm the type of person, when I'm looking at something, I really feel like I can do it. So we in the house, we tussling, right? I get him on the ground. But he with me like, in some kind of way, I get in the best position where he couldn't move. And I just was holding him. And he wouldn't let me, like, you remember that, cuz? Like, I wouldn't let him. Look, I was trying my best to put him in that choke, that rear naked choke, right? Get him, put that thing on. But look, cuz tuck his chin. Look. So cuz tuck his chin like, So I got the you know this part like Jose? I got like right here. You got So look, I got him on the ground. Look, I'm like, come here. He's like, right? So I'm like, I'm there, but I got him locked where he can't move. So he managed to come out with the breath and say, you ain't getting under my chin. But you got it. He said, you got it. Look. He said, look, you ain't getting under my chin, but you got it. And look, that was good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? That was good enough for me, you know what I'm saying? It was good enough. Cuz, you remember that? I ain't need a flow? So you ain't getting under my chin, but you got it. You ain't gonna choke me out, but you got it. So I said, all right, cuz, bet, we good. I felt like I had one. I ain't get what I wanted, but I got something out of that thing, dude. It's my cuz, man. I love it, man. Look, man, let's go, man. I hope y'all have, man. We come here to have a good time and get information, man. But check this out, man. Many of you all have heard of this guy before. His name is Phil Collins. You ever heard of this before? I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Hey. I've been waiting. All right, so look. So some of y'all say, hey, let me get in my bag right quick. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. So look, man, check it. Let me not mess that man's song up. That man's a legend, right? So, but check it, man. Phil played the long game, man. Phil just sold his music rights for $300 million, yo. $300 million. The man is 71 years old, man. He has 8 Grammys and 1 Oscar. 8 Grammys and 1 Oscar. Right? He sold that music catalog for $300 million. Now, check this out. He joins the ranks of Bob Dylan, who sold his music catalog for $400 million, and Bruce Springsteen, who sold his catalog for $500 million. So I want you to understand that this is intellectual property. I want you to understand something, y'all. Like, when you create something, like, so let me say this right quick, y'all. I love coming doing Trappin Tuesdays every Tuesday. I love coming do it. I love bonding with my team. I love Jose. He get in here and do what he do. My cousin G, man, he do what he do. Tooting them in the back, dead them. I love that. But at the end of the day, y'all, this is my catalog. This is my catalog. Believe it or not, this is my catalog. When we create that, this is IP right here. The name Trappin Tuesdays, that is trademarked. Right? When I get y'all to, like, yo, go download that. So the reason why I come every week and give y'all my all, I don't bull BS with this. I come give y'all my all. So that y'all can like it, so that y'all can share it. This is my intellectual property. The reason why I need y'all to go on iTunes and Google and Spotify and download and leave a review and share that, because the more my intellectual property gains value, the more it's worth. So in order for me to get a superior bid on my intellectual property, every week I gotta come give y'all an immense amount of information, entertainment, education, which is me just being myself, but value. I gotta let you come here and learn, and while you learn, you also gotta be entertained, you gotta have fun, you gotta feel like, damn, I wanna come back next week and rock with Trap. And so every week, our numbers been going up every week. But here's the dope part, I'm not playing. Everybody with me right now, I say, yo, we playing a long game, y'all. Everybody right here, I say, we playing a long game. I'm not playing, I say, y'all, we on week 9. We got 900 more to go. We playing a long game here. At some point when you get on here, in one day we'll have like 100,000 views. May take me 2 years, may take me a year, may take me 6 months. One day you get on here, we're going to have 1 million people. It's okay. Every Tuesday, I'm here. I'm playing the long game. I need everybody in here to find something they can dedicate to playing the long game. Because the greatest things that happen to us in our life happen when we play the long game, when we give it time, when we zoom out. Think about this. This man is 71 years old. He dropped that song, I think, in 79, or 74 or 79. He just got 300 million for it. That ain't counting what he received over the time of him playing it, the concerts, the different things he's done. But now at 71, he got a lump sum. Boom, he go 300 million for it, bro. Guess what? He don't need it. Guess what? It's my song. I got 300 M's. I'm going to distribute it to my family. We good. I'm going to still do concerts and play it and all that. 81. He tried a song at 81. He tried a song 41 years ago. Play the long game. Warren Buffett started getting billions after he made 50. He had been investing since he was 20-something, since he was 11. And it's not saying that he didn't enjoy some of the fruits along the journey. But because he played the long game, he gave himself time to make mistakes. He gave himself time to learn. He gave himself time to master his craft. And he gave his value time to compound. And when we play the long game, I guarantee you we can win it. That's why I tell people all the time, before you learn how to trade options, before you learn how to day trade, before you learn how to do all of that, yep, all that should be in your arsenal. But the first thing you need to learn how to do is be a great long-term investor. Once you learn how to be a great long-term investor, once you learn how to evaluate companies, I'm going to tell you, when you come to Wire for Wealth, I'm going to show you, I picked 6 stocks during this time from January to now. The portfolio is up 21%. I did that in the pandemic. I did that January this year. I'm playing a long game. What happens is you start understanding what economic environment you in, and you learn how to make a move in that environment. Okay, this is what's going on right now. Bet this ain't got to do nothing with my loan portfolio. Let me create another portfolio for this environment. Okay, let me create another portfolio for this environment. And just play the game. And then while you playing the game, when the game presents you with certain opportunities, oh, let me put a lead option right here. Boom, let me do a cover call right here. Let me swing trade this. Let me scalp that. Let me do a wheel strategy right here. Let me do an icon do it right here. You playing a long game, but now you know how to make different moves inside of the game. Come on, man. I always say this. Yep, real estate is an amazing play, but I truly believe the stock market is the greatest game ever created. Because I don't got to build the business. I don't got to build the company. I could just make money off them doing the hard work. Man, it don't get no better than that. All I got to do is learn to play the game. They got to do the hiring. They got to do the firing. They got to handle the lawsuits. They got to do the family SOPs. They got to clock in. They got to worry about management. They got to worry about products. They got to worry about consumers. They got to worry about brick and mortar. They got to worry about SEC sanctions. All I got to do is sit back, read the reports, and learn some patterns. And I can become a millionaire. I can start from one trade and scale that trade up. I can start from one stock and build that stock portfolio up. I can build wealth one share at a time, one trade at a time. That's all I got to do. Man, I would never sell dope again in my life, man. I would never commit another crime again in my life. They missed me. They let me get away. God had a plan for me, man. I will never, ever, ever be on the other side of the law, man. Ever. This is the greatest game ever created. I don't got to get no business license. I don't got to do none of that. What is we doing? Why is we not playing this game? I don't care what kind of job you got. I don't care what kind of job you got. You need to be putting $10, $15, $20 up. Buy stock, put it in my account. I don't care. Every week, commit to something that you can win in the long game. Let's go, man. Next slide, man. Stop playing with me. So check it, man. Y'all know my round, man. Weezy F. You know what I'm saying, man? He bought this house, man. He sold his house for $29.7 million. He purchased this house in 2017 for $17 million. Trap, why are you bringing this up? This don't got nothing to do with stocks and all that. Well, first of all, it's Weezy my dog. But second of all, I want you to understand how interest rates, mortgage rates, are making this a seller's market. So this is a seller's market. Right? This is a seller's market. Why? Because if you bought a house in 2017, because interest rates are so high right now, because inflation is up so much right now, you can damn near like double what you paid for something. Right? He bought it in 2017 for $17 million. He's selling it now for $29. He probably get like 26 to 28 for it. Or he can really be stern on 29. And guess what? Somebody gonna buy it. You know why? Watch this, y'all. Watch this, y'all. Because the person who can buy the house at $29 million is not even worrying about inflation anyway. The person who can buy the house not even worrying about a bear market, not even worrying about a recession anyway. Somebody saying the F is a front door. I keep telling y'all, man, recessions only affect the middle and the poor, because the people at the top don't care. They understand that this is the time for them to triple their net worth. All right, man. Let's go, man. Next slide, man. Yo, we trapping, you heard me? All right, man. So we right here, I'm going to talk about the legal dope dealers, yo. Yo, let's give it up for my guy, my graphic guy, yo. This is a cold-blooded graphic right here, yo. I ain't gonna lie, when he sent me this, I said, ooh, this pressure. You pushing P, boy. Hey, you know who you is, my guy. Hey, my guy. Hey, let's just give, this is a cold graphic right here, yo, right? Yeah. Shout out to my guy, man. I just gotta give him, like, I like giving my team mid props, man, because this don't happen without them. So I give my team their props, man. So, man, legal dope dealer still pushing P. Man, BIOGEN, man, the stock is up 37.9%. And this was as of September. Right? REGNERON up 20%. And my people, my fam, Eli Lilly is up 8.1%. This is just in September. They definitely pushing P. Pushing P. Pushing P. I'm pushing P. Yeah, man. Let's go, man. All right, so here's something that's amazing, right? Netflix is going crazy. They still fighting. They still fighting. Like last month alone, Netflix was up 34%. And then in one day, they did 7%. Like, Netflix went crazy. They went crazy. Twitter up 14%. Poshmark up. Poshmark is up 40. It was up 40. God damn. This is crazy. But this is a typical bear market bounce, y'all. I'm telling y'all, stop playing with Eli Lilly, man. I'm telling y'all, right now I own 250 shares of Eli Lilly. My goal is 500, because they're pushing. This Alzheimer's drug they're about to put on the market is going to be a game changer. Mark my word. That Alzheimer's drug that they're creating, that they're going to put on the market, it is going to be it's going to change the game. Remember Trap told you. Let's go, man. All right, man, so where I see a heavy drought at, this is where I think we can win at right now. The drought is big right here, man. Cloud, tech, and retail, right? Cloud, tech, and retail is a huge drought right here for these in this industry. And I believe, again, my personal opinion, I believe that these are phenomenal deals. If you find great companies in these three areas, you will truly see. Because here's the thing, man. The stocks that get beat up the most during a drought will probably have some of the hugest upside on the other side of the bear market. So I don't want you to look at what's going on right now and get stuck here. I want you to look at what's going on right now and think 2024. Because I truly think we'll go into a deep recession early in the year, because what's happening right now with the Fed is all the interest rates they're doing, that's called a lagging indicator. So what that means is it's lagging. So whatever they're doing right now, it won't come in, we won't see the effects of it until a quarter or two later. Right? Does that make sense? So if it's a lagging indicator, that means that whatever they do now, the effects of it won't come into play until a quarter or two down. Right? So I don't think, like, we won't see the interest rate impact until Q1. That's what I feel. Right? And I think more jobs will be lost. I think so much is going to happen in that time. So let's move up, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Right? 3 reasons why you should buy a stock. This is a quick lesson from Trap. Right? 3 reasons why you should buy a stock. 1, staying power. Does the company you're looking at have the resiliency, right, to produce during this down cycle? Like, does it still have positive earnings? Does it have cash flow? And does it have low debt or decreasing its debt? Right? Next one is growing fundamentals. Right? Does the stock price grow higher? Is the fundamentals in the companies growing? The earnings and the revenue and the profit, are they growing? Right? Are they growing, which now is causing the stock price to increase? And lastly, man, you want to see a company with a skilled team, right? Pay attention to the things they're saying on the calls, right? And what they're doing in real life. So whatever they're saying on the calls, are they straight doing that in real life? Are they saying, yo, we're going to get a plug in Mexico? Do they go out and get a plug in Mexico? Right? Bro? And you want to know, what are they doing? Is the management team increasing their pay, or is the management team increasing shareholder value? So I'm going to be real. I like companies that do a little bit of both. Like, I don't want to see you getting the increase in your pay and the company is not getting increased. The value you're giving me is not increasing. I want you to be, I don't mind you getting money and incentives for making my money grow. So these are just 3 things that I wanted to highlight for you all today. 3 reasons to buy a stock, man. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. And today we talking about the bounce, right? I think this is a powerful bounce, man. 98% of stocks are up. This is the biggest opening quarter since 2009. Yo, but I will say this, man. The bigger the bounce, the more obvious it is that we are in a bear market, and this is a bear market rally. Why do I say that? Because when we look at what's in front of us, right, there can be no recovery with inflation still at 8.3%, with interest rates still at 8.3%. There can be no recovery. Right? There can be no recovery if we still got inflation at 8.3%. There can be no recovery. Right? So the fundamentals still looking at it. There can be no recovery this earnings season. So something to pay attention to in this earnings seasons. Right? This earnings season. Something to pay attention to, right? When we see that companies are beating earnings, we also got to understand that they're lowering the guidance. Right? So, like, this is why I'm not getting, this is why we not, and this is why I'm be going live on this channel. Also, everybody here follow my Wall Street Trapper page, yo, because we about to do some real dope stuff over there. So when you get off here, go follow the Wall Street Trapper YouTube page. We got 340,000 subscribers. Also, woo, let me say this right quick, y'all. I should have said this in the beginning. At no point will I tell you, watch this, y'all. At no point will I come in the comments and tell you, learn more and give you a WhatsApp number. At no point will I DM you and ask you for $200, $300. Not on this, not on YouTube, not on Twitter, not on Snapchat, not on Facebook Messenger, and not on TikTok, not on Clubhouse. That is not me. These people getting smart. Also, I will not email you from a Wall Street trapping info page. Nor will I email you to tell you your page is amazing. Right? Like, I won't email, Wall Street Trapper will not email you and say, hey, you got a great page. It's amazing. Great work. That is not me. First of all, that ain't how I talk. If anything, I'm saying, yo, that shit fly. Yeah. But I'm not going to email you and talk about your page. All my emails are talking about what's going on in the economy. All my emails are talking about, you know, Trapper Apparel. It's talking about Wire for Wealth. It's talking about, you know, information. I'm not going to email you talking about, hey, your page is dope. Why would I email you that? Right? That ain't me. Second of all, I'm not going to DM you and say, hey, loan me $200 or loan me $300. If I'm a financial, if I teach finances, if I teach investing, why will I ask you to loan me $300? I'm the one teaching. Right? Thirdly, I'm not going to tell you inside of the YouTube comments, great comment. First of all, if you know Trap, that ain't me, right? Great comment. For more information, here's my WhatsApp number. Yo, first of all, I'm in America. I don't need a WhatsApp number to be talking to you, right? My WhatsApp number is for the people out of the country, right? All right, let's go a little further than that. Like, none of my pages have 400 followers. Right? All right? So I just need you to be a little smarter. I'm not mad at you for showing it to me so I can identify that way I can tell people, but I need you to just be like, I don't think this trap. Never have I come on any of these pages saying I am the crypto guru. Right? Right? So I just want you to right? Ta-da! It ain't me. You feel me? So I don't want to get into that, man. All right, man. So let me get back to this, man. So, man, we got a runner. Right? You got a runner today, man. Cinti Bioscience, man. Inc. The company ran 105% today. God. She's a runner. She's a track star. She's a runner. She's a track star. Right? So we got a runner today, man. That was amazing. So I always try to point that out to y'all. You know, when we get a runner, I try to get it to y'all, man. Let's go, man. Right? So today, man, this dude Warren Buffett is different, bro. Right? This dude Warren Buffett is different. Today, this man received $176 million in dividends from Coca-Cola. God damn. Berkshire right now owns 400 million shares of Coca-Cola Company. The Berkshire Company gets $704 million a year in dividend payments. And as long as Coca-Cola keep increasing that dividend, that number gonna keep going up. God damn, Warren. God damn. That's passive income at its finest right there. 176 million every 3 months from one company? Jesus Christ. Boy, been on that company since 85. He just keep buying it, yo. God damn. The long game. The long game. Passive income investing at its finest. The long game. See how we get back to that? Okay, we need a soundboard for that. He printing that money, man. He printing that money, man. All right, man, let's go to this segment right here, man. This segment is called Learning the Lingo. First of all, man, this segment is brought to you by none other than Trappers Anonymous. Man, listen, man, Trappers Anonymous is an amazing community, man. If you come to Trappers Anonymous, man, you learn more than stocks, man. We help you shift your mindset, right? And that's the most important thing, like learning how to think and see wealth, right? So one of the things we do in that is we talk about shifting your mindset a lot in the group. But also we just do so many different things, man. We do live from the kitchen. That's every Sunday we do where 3 or 4 trappers truly just break down stocks every Sunday. And I'm on that call with y'all, man. Every Thursday, we got lieutenants that is doing book clubs. Monday through Wednesday, man, we got amazing, just breakdowns that we do. Today, we had Ticker Symbol Tuesday, where I personally break down the stock and put it in there, and then let you just go, go do your research, where I give you some cold, hard facts. Monday, we have Monday Mad as well. I get on there in a video and I break down what's going on. We have conversations, right? But also we do lives in a group. We do so much in that group, man. If you truly want to learn how to build wealth, if you truly want to learn how to be great at investing in the stock market, if you truly want to come to a community that empowers you and that teaches you that you can do this, that it's not your fault that you got it wrong in the beginning, but now that we here, it's our fault if you don't get it right. So if you want to be great at this game, man, come join Trappers Anonymous, man. It is an amazing community, man. I got one thing to say. Man, welcome home. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, man. Let's go, man. So this word of learning the lingo, the word is liquidity, right? Liquidity is the availability of an asset on the market to just go liquid. How quickly can you turn an asset to cash? Right? How quickly can you turn an asset to cash? That tells you how liquid the asset is, right? So think about this. So selling a house is like a hard asset. Like it's not as liquid as stocks, right? It's not as liquid as other things, right? Like anytime you have so many barriers of entry in the middle, it's not that liquid. So it's not selling a house can be liquid, but it's not as liquid as like stocks, right? So we talk about now liquidity levels, right? So remember, liquidity is how available that a stock can quickly be turned to cash. Definitely that, man. Definitely, man. So check that out, learn the lingo, right? This week's certified Wall Street trapper. So every week I try to highlight somebody that's amazing, somebody that's important, somebody that has left an impact on us as a culture and as a society. At first, I started off talking about just great investors, but I realized, I'm going to just keep it real, every investor I kept bringing up was white, right? And I felt like while I admire Charlie Munger, while I admire Warren Buffett, while I admire Guy Spear, why I admire Carl Icahn, Bill Ackman, man, these, Peter Lynch, Joel Greenback, like, man, I admire them dudes, man. Them dudes was gangsters, man. Them dudes play that game and they live that game, right? And I admire them. I've learned so much from them. But there's also so many people of other cultures that have done so much and laid down so many blueprints for us, right? So this week, our certified trapper of the week is none other than the amazing, the prolific, the beautiful, the astounding Madam C.J. Walker, right? So Madam C.J. Walker was the first black woman millionaire in America, man. Her homemade line of hair products for women were the key to her fortune, right? She was inspired to create her own hair products since she started experiencing hair loss, and she could find no products that worked for her, which led to her creating the Walker system of healthcare, right? It consisted of skilled preparations of lotions, hot irons, combs, things that helped the hair of the African American in that time. She built her first empire by selling directly to women, and then she built the next empire by employing women as saleswomen. So she actually gave black women jobs to go be sales reps, right? She gave black women jobs to go be sales reps, and then her fortune went crazy. Her fortune went crazy, right? And then what she did was she funded scholarships for women at the Tuskegee Institute. Then she donated a large part of her wealth to the NAACP and the Black YMCA. Let's shout out to Madam C.J. Walker. Let's give her a big respect and big salute. Right now we're going to go to a commercial break. I'll be right back.
Apparel Inc. is a movement that is dedicated to giving wealth a new look. To be a trapper represents first-generation millionaires. It represents breaking generational curses and turning our last names to assets. Wallstreet looks like us now, no matter your race, color, or creed. We are the financial revolutionaries. We are taking ownership of our 24 hours. We are the new look of wealth. And Trapper Apparel Inc. is our uniform. Wallstreet looks like us now. Come trap with us.
Let's go, man. Trapper Apparel Inc., man. We are the financial revolutionaries, man. I want y'all to understand that, man. Like, everybody asks, Trap, what apparel at? What? Listen, man, we got the apparel. I just got to put the systems in play, man. Because the one thing I don't want y'all telling me is that I'm a scam. You know y'all love to tell people that when y'all don't get y'all stuff when y'all supposed to get it, Trap a scam, right? Y'all know that. I want my money back. You ain't right. I support you, and I don't want to hear that. So what I choose to do is when I get my systems right, we got the apparel in, we do some photo shoots. When I get the systems how I want them, man, we gonna flood the streets, man. So don't trip. I got y'all. Y'all know I got y'all, right? Let's rock. But I'm telling y'all, this A1. It's the perico, you heard me? Fish scale, no all base, baby. You heard me? It's that thing right here, right? So, man, listen. This segment here is called Breaking Down a Brick. So one of the things I like to do is, just take companies. I'm not telling you to invest in a company or not, but what I like to do is take companies and break them down, because one of the things that we don't do is we don't be looking at the company and all the different components that come with the company. Right? Right? We don't be breaking down the brick all the way down. Like we just say, oh, they sell this. But really, we got to start learning everything that comes with this business. Right? And so when we learn all these things, now we can truly understand the company. So, man, this week's Breaking Down a Brick is none other than LVMH, man. Louis Vuitton Moet Hennessy. Or if you're in the U.S., you can get LVMUY, right? Ashley, go ahead. Right? LVMUY, man. Listen. Bernard Arnault, man, I keep telling y'all, man, this man, during the pandemic, I respect his gangster on a whole nother level. He did something that most people won't ever be able to say they did. And what is that? I was the richest man in the world. For 18 months, he was the richest man in the world. He didn't have a tech company. He didn't have medicine, right? He didn't have nothing on the cloud. He had luxury goods. He had luxury good. Let's just think about that for a second, right? He don't have the biggest company in the world, like Amazon or Tesla. He had neither one of those, right? He had neither one of those. He sold luxury goods. Louis Vuitton, Moet, Hennessy. Now I want to take y'all a little deeper into this brand, right? Let's go a little deeper into his brand, right? Let's look at what he owned. Let's look at what he owned, right? Clico. Right, y'all know the Clico, the green bottle with the yellow face. Boop. Clico, champagne. People bust it all the time. Right? Clico. Dom Perignon. Dom Perignon. All right? The Moet Chardonnay. And the Hen Dog. He owned that. That's him. He owned that. He owned that. And then we go to fashion, right? The Louis Vuitton, right? The Kenzo, the Fendi, the Givenchy, the Dior, right? He owned that, right? Then let's go a little further, right? We go to beauty, the Fenty, right? The Christian Dior, right? Let's go to watches like the Tiffany & Company, the Hublot. Right, let's go a little further. Sephora. All right, yeah, let's go a little further. Yachts. Right, let's go a little further. Right? Right? All these brands fall under here. Oh, and let's not forget the 50% in Ace of Spades. How could I forget? Let's not forget the 50% in Ace of Spades. We talking about 50 streams of income. So here's the thing, y'all. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. Check this out. You know why he became the richest man in the world during the pandemic? Because when people had free money, guess what they did? Ace of Spades, Clico, Hennessy, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Fendi, Lowe, Hublot, Tiffany's. We went and bought all his stuff. And then, when the PPP money ran away, still had an amazing company, still had a billion-dollar brand, but he wasn't the richest man in the world no more. But guess what? All I got to be is one time. I ain't got to keep it forever. I just need to be it once. Because everybody can't say that. And here's the dope part about it. During the pandemic, they increased prices by 12%. During the pandemic, they increased prices on everything he had by 12%, bro. Make that make sense. That Hennessy is Hennessying. That Dior is Diorin. That Louis Vuitton is Vuittonin. I saw that goddamn LV everywhere I went. I saw them double Fs everywhere I went. Walking billboard. Walking billboard. Became the richest man in the world. Let's go, man. All right, man, so y'all know this is by far my favorite portion of the show. And it's the well track. And the reason why this is my favorite part of the show is because music gets so much bad rap, right? Music gets so much bad rap to where there's so many gems inside of that we miss, that don't get highlighted. So today we're going to talk about Nas. We ain't going to go too deep. It's just something simple, but I liked it when I saw it because it was heavy. It was heavy. He says, look way deep inside yourself. Discover the diamond inside. Find your wealth. Once you get it, you got to live it, then live it. It's just that simple. Just that simple. You got to look way deep inside yourself and discover the diamond inside, and you find your wealth. Here's why I love that part. Because yes, we talk about generational wealth. Yes, we talk about, assets. But we miss one of the most important parts of building wealth, and it's that we are the asset. All the stocks, all the real estate, all the land, all of that. But the true wealth is when you find that diamond inside of you. When you find that diamond inside, and he said, once you get it, you got to live it. Then live it. Because what happens is we walk around life every day, man, not really knowing who we are, not really knowing the purpose that God gave us, not understanding the assignment that we have. I will fail 100 times if I try to be George. I will fail 100% of the time if I try to be Jose. I will fail 100% of the time if I try to be Tootie, Dave, or Isaac, especially Isaac with the brown shoes. I will fail. But when I walk into Wallstreet Trapper, and when I find that diamond, when I find that purpose inside of Wallstreet Trapper, I've truly found my wealth. Because I'm going to tell y'all something, man. There's very few people in this world that can wake up every day and say they're walking in their purpose. They're walking in their assignment. There's very few people. There's very few people that will get up every day and say, yo, I'm walking in this is the assignment that was given to me. I want you to understand something, y'all. When you are born on this earth, watch this. You are born with a beginning, a future, and an end. The present is created as you go. You are created with a beginning, a future, and an end. How does that make sense, Trap? Okay, let me tell you. When you get a seed or an acorn, you automatically know that acorn is going to become an oak tree. And one day some man going to chop it down and turn it into firewood. But the process of it growing is day to day. That's the present. I need you to know that every day when you came out of your papa and that sperm cell met that egg and that magic happened, that was your beginning. Your destiny and your assignment was already wrote. Everything you do in the present is just to get you there. The thing is, when you dig in and you step back and you figure out who George is, what is George good at? What is Jordan's assignment? What is Jose good at? What is Jose's assignment? What is Trap good at? What is Trap's assignment? When you wake up every day and you can walk into that, man, you've discovered wealth. Everything else is easy. Everything else is easy. The hard part is when you get up every day and you looking at Jose and you looking at George and you looking at Tootie and you looking at Trap and you say, that's what I want to be. You can't never be Trap. And I can't never be you. Because the things and the experiences that you've been through made you who you are. They actually molded you for your purpose and your assignment. You looking at things like, why me? I look at stuff like, why not me? Before I get into the wild word from the OG, I'm going to tell you a conversation. Not too much. I had this conversation with my mom when I was in Dubai. So me and my mama, you know, we've been through a lot together. Man, I love my mama, man. You feel me? Like, I love my mama, y'all. But for some reason, at this part of her life, my mama reflected on her past a lot. She reflected on her being shot. She reflecting on the things that she's been through, from selling drugs to using drugs to shooting somebody to, you know, it's like she's reflecting on the things that she's done. And some of the things that happened to her. And so when I was in Dubai, man, maybe the last couple of movies having, me and her been going back and forth trying to like maneuver through this hard time that we going through. Just me and her. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm trying to let my mama understand, like, yo, stop living back there. Like, what you got is so, like, you got a successful son, you got a granddaughter. Like, I want to just take care of you, man. Like, I done paid for the house, I'm paying it. I just want to take care of you. You don't got to take care of me. I'm not a baby boy. I'm a 40-year-old man. I got you. But for some reason, like, what she's going through is dealing with it. So she told me something when I was in Dubai. She called me and she said, son, I just want to tell you I'm sorry for messing your life up. I said, wait a minute. Stop right there. She said, no, let me finish talking. I said, no, I can't. Stop right there. I said, I need you to know that you ain't never messed my life up. She's like, man, I exposed you to the street. I said, let me let you know something. Everything you exposed me to and everything you showed me, man, I was supposed to learn that. I can't let you take on that burden that you messed my life up. You ain't do that. I say, because God had a destination for me. I had to go through that. If I ain't go through that, man, I can't be this. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I wasn't never homeless. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I ain't ever do the bid in the pen. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I ain't see my mama get shot. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I ain't see you shoot the other man. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I ain't see you use drugs. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if I ain't see you sell drugs. I can't be Wall Street Trapper if you ain't did that, man. I love you. You ain't never got to tell me you sorry for messing my life up. You ain't messing my life up. That was supposed to happen. What you talking about? Stop living over there. Stop anchoring yourself to that BS. Stop anchoring yourself to that pain. Come over here where the grass green at. Let me water you. Let me reward you for exposing me to that. Let me reward you for equipping me with the skills to get through that. Let me reward you. Let me reward you. So that's what we're working on right now. We're working on her allowing me to reward her. We gotta stop living over there. That's gone. We ain't anchoring to that pain because life is good over here. I ain't saying we ain't got worries. I ain't saying we ain't got situations. But God damn it, life is good over here. Get out of there. So I want you to know something right now, man. Stop holding on to grudges and pain. That stuff don't do nothing but keep you there. Understand that you went through that for a reason. Because that's the part that helped you find that diamond within. And with that, man, I'm going to get into this, man. A wise word from the OG. There's no greater joy than being a person that's being responsible and that has the audacity to seek out and kill poverty for your family and for your bloodline. To be that person who gives wealth and opportunity and freedom to your family. But three things must exist: investing, business, and leadership. Investing because this is how you make money without working for it. Business because now you need something in your name that makes you responsible for your income. I don't care if it's a side job, a side hustle, I don't care what it is. And then it's the leadership, the personal development. This is important because if you've never been rich before, if you've never been wealthy before, and you coming from poor, you coming from poverty, you coming from middle class, you coming from abandonment, you coming from crack, you coming from heroin, you coming from alcoholism, if you coming from that, you got to develop into the person that can be the leader, the pioneer, the trailblazer of your family. You can't do that with the same poor and abused mindset. So leadership is important. It's like sperm to an egg. Once the sperm and the egg meet inside the body, something magical happens. But it doesn't mean it doesn't come with challenges, because we all know that having kids is a beautiful thing. But when they start crying and they start pestering and they start tearing stuff down, it is some stuff that really pisses you off. But overall, man, it's such a beautiful process. Building wealth puts your family in another stratosphere. But it must come with values. It must come with a system. Imagine what it would feel like to wake up every day and not be behind the 8 ball. Imagine that. What would it feel like to not be behind the 8 ball? What would it feel like every day you started, your team was already in winning position? What happens if every day the struggle for surviving was gone and now you just had the fire to be successful? Wealth creation gives you this opportunity, this unique opportunity to change the culture of your family. Not just for your life either, but for those that come after you. You got to have built-in values, perspective. These things amplify the life that you can live, and they cultivate an experience like no other. Everything worth having is done by playing the long game. But imagine a game where as you run in a race, you can smoothly hand off the baton and know for sure that your team gonna win. The problem is when we leave this life, all we left our people was heartache. I dare you to live a life and be so impactful where your people can say something other than he or she was a hard worker while they was here. I don't want my family to say, man, he was a hard worker. I want my family to say he was impactful. I want my family to say he changed our perspective about life. He showed us what was possible. He showed us what we can do. He showed us our potential. He watered us. He planted seeds. He tilled the soil, and then he harvested with us. If all they can say about me was he was a hard worker, I ain't do shit while I was here. So I want you to ask yourself a question. When you gone, And they have that part in the middle of the headrest. There's the headstone, there's the birth date, there's the death date. But the most important part is the dash. There's a sunrise and there's a sunset. But there's the dash in the middle. What does that dash represent for you? And I leave you with that. And I want you to think on that all week. What does my dash mean? What does my dash represent? All week, everything that you do, from the time you wake up in the morning to the time you go to sleep at night, I want you to ask yourself this question. What did I add to my dash? What did I add to my dash? And if you're honest with yourself and you can say nothing, then that means tomorrow you got work to do. See, you don't got to be honest with me. But every time you look in the mirror, if you take the mask off, that's the person you got to be honest with. And I need you to ask yourself that question. What did I add to my dash today? And you know if you did enough or not. It's your boy, the Wallstreet Chap, man. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Make sure I see y'all Thursday for Wired for Wealth. It's free. Make sure Thursday at 5 o'clock you download and you share the audio. We coming for that #1 spot, man. I love you. I appreciate you. And I'm going to see y'all next Tuesday, man. What did you do for your dash today? Mm-hmm.